and welcome to your Monday morning yoga minutes. I'm Audra Monk and I teach at Mountain Spirit Yoga in Middletown, Maryland, and we would love for you to join us at our studio for a class or workshop. Check out all of our information at mountspirityoga.com. All right, so today we're going to do a little feel-good yoga, standing and with a chair. Oh, make sure if you have a block or blocks, get those. And if you don't, most likely it'll work out okay. A small bin or a box would work too. Okay, so it's the Monday after Thanksgiving. So maybe you've had a little too much food or a little too much family. And you just need to move a little bit so that you can get your energy up and feel good. So we're gonna start with that. So first, stand up. And you can stand in front of your chair, or if you think you might need to reach out for your chair, you can put it to the side or put it in front of you. I'm not going to put it in front of me, that way you can see what I'm doing. But you could do that. If you need a little extra stability, definitely feel free to do that. Okay, next we're going to stand in Tadasana for a moment, but slightly wider feet. So the feet are out wide, not super wide, just about hips or slightly wider. In general, the toes point straight ahead. Give a moment to have strengthen your thighs. Roll your shoulders down and back and stand up nice and tall. Belly pulls in just a little. Okay, now here, we're going to stand here, but we're going to start to bounce a little bit. So we're going to bend the knees. Good, bend the knees and bounce. And just let the arms hang. And we're just going to bounce for just about 1 minute. If you like this, you could, of course, do it longer. But I like to keep these videos under 15 minutes. So there's stuff that you can just do. Good, so just bouncing. And I just have a nice bend in the knees. If you're feeling really good, you could lift the heels and put them down, but you can keep the feet down and just bounce. Good, just bounce and let it go. Shake the arms every once in a while. Look around you. Move your head around. Good, and just bouncing. Good, and it's okay if it's small, but we do want to bend the knees a little bit. Because if we don't bend them, we lose that movement. So bounce a little bit. All right, it's maybe like 4 more breaths here. Good job. All right, and then stand up nice and tall. Roll the shoulders down and back again. And pause for just a moment. Maybe even soften or close the eyes. All right, so you feel a little energy stirring already. Okay, so we're going to wake that energy up even more before we sit down and stretch. So we're going to do some tapping. And we're going to go mostly big tapping today. Sometimes we do a little tapping in the head and face. Today we're going to do the body. So just pick it. Where do I want you to start? I want you to start at the hips because we sit a lot, right? So start here at the hip flexors and just pat. And you can pat pretty vigorously if you like. But just pat those hip flexors. Good. And then pat the hips. Excellent. And you can keep a little bit in the knees. You can move if you like. And then they'll go to shoulder. You could turn on your favorite song when you do this and, pat for 3 minutes. It would be good. So pat the trapezius here. All right, get the shoulder. And you might cup the hand a little. And then come on down the arm. Come on down the arm. Don't worry, if you have short sleeves, you're going to get that slappy sound pretty quick. Get the hand. And then clap the hands. Clap them all the way. So fingers and palms, everything touches. Good. Now go up the other arm. Good. All the way up. Get the shoulder. Oh, and then enjoy that trapezius. You might want to stay here a little bit longer, huh? Okay, get the top of the chest. I like to make a little noise, say, ah. Good, and then come down the ribs, both sides. Cup the hands a little bit. Come down to the hips. Oh, that feels so good. Now we're going down the legs. So bend your knees. Come down the outside of the legs. All the way down. If you bend your knees a lot, get the feet. Come back up the inside till you get to the knee. And then do the thighs. And then back to the hip flexors. All right, now let's see if we can get some of the, get the butt. Good, get the low back. You might even do little fists if that's more comfortable. Come back and then let's end with the hip flexors just like we started. And you can do this in all different orders. I don't think it matters too much. Just do it so you feel comfortable. Now roll your shoulders. Ooh, and feel all of that wonderful energy. All right, so now we're gonna sit down and give a little stretch for our hips. So pull out your chair. I'm gonna make us do a little tiny bit of work on the way down. So feet hip distance So we're gonna take our time. Shoulders down and back. Put your hands on your thighs. Stick your butt way out behind you. Slide the hands down the thighs. Arms keep coming forward if you like, and then sit down. Very nice. All right. So have your block or box or bin or whatever it is close by. We're going to work a little bit on opening up the hips. So a seated figure 4 stretch. Pick one leg, any leg you want, and you're going to start to tap the other leg. Tap the foot, maybe tap the ankle. We're just going to think about that external rotation coming from the hip. Tap the shin if you can. And then if you can, catch that foot and place it on top of the thigh. Now for some of us, this is just too much today. You could build a little block pyramid and catch it there. So see how that gives me that same feel, but it's a couple inches lower. If this is too high, take away the bottom block and just go the top block. There you go. Sit up nice and tall. So either way, foot on the block or ankle crossing over the thigh. Beautiful. Now, if you have the foot up high on the thigh, you get to do a few more things. You could circle the ankle. And if your foot is on the block or a box or a bin, it's okay. You just get to sit and enjoy. You just don't get this little extra part. Circle the ankle both ways. Good. And then pull the foot back and let it go. And do that 2 more times. Oh, it feels so good. And 1 more. Excellent. And by then, we've stayed here at least a minute, probably a little bit longer, which is what we want. So then carefully take this leg off. Move your blocks if you're using it so you can do the tapping part first. And make sure you switch legs. Tap and open. Tap the foot, open at the thigh. Good. Tap maybe the ankle, maybe the calf. Not the calf, it would be the shin. But tap and open. All right, and then let's see how this side feels. Maybe we can catch that foot and cross it over. If that is feeling like too much, remember you can build a block tower. Use 2 blocks, use 1 block, but just let the knee open and sit up tall. All right, so we're gonna stay here. If you have the ankle up on the thigh, reach for that foot and start to circle it. And if you have the foot lower, again, it's okay. Just sit up tall. Focus on your breathing. Maybe circle your wrists if you need an extra thing to do. That is so totally fine. All right, circle the ankle the other way if we're circling. Good. And sitting up tall, knee pressing out. All right, and then hold the top of the foot, pull it back, and let it go. And pull it back, and let it go. And 1 more time, pull it back, and let it go. Good. All right, and then gently release. Ooh, those feel good. So if you have sat for a long time or you have sciatica issues, a lot of times that can just really help stretch. Now we need a symmetrical stretch, and then I'll send you on your way. Slide to the edge of your chair, widen your feet. The toes can angle out if that's more comfortable for you. Roll your shoulders down and back. All right, and then we're coming forward. You could do hands with the elbows wherever they're gonna go. You could do elbows. This is my favorite, elbows right here. If you do want to go lower, as long as the upper back and the lower back stay pretty neutral, I'm okay with that. But I'd say maybe add a block. Okay, but you don't have to go there. It is so totally fine to stay here. This is my favorite little stretch. And you might even take one shoulder in and then the other shoulder in. Good. And then press both arms into both legs. Belly is in, spine is really long. Keep the head in line with the spine, so in line with the back. And let's gently come on up. Walk those feet back in, roll your shoulders down and back, and there you go. There are your Monday morning yoga minutes. Thank you so very much for joining me today. Give us a like, give us a love, let us know that you're watching. We would really appreciate it, and check out all of our information at mountainspirityoga.com. Thank you, and namaste.